Good evening, everyone. Just waiting for our streams to all go live. There's YouTube and Twitter. Just looking for Facebook now. However, it does not look like we are live on Facebook.
I didn't get a notification that you were live on Facebook.
There we are. That is live on the store page. And live in the breaks group almost. Still sending data to the breaks group. Just waiting for it to go live in the breaks group here. Just a minor technical difficulty. Let's see if I can toggle it off and then turn it back on. See if that gives us our needed throughput. Says it's sending data. Okay, let's just post this over in the break group that it is not showing up here. Okay, so we're just going to give it a couple of minutes here so that way people can... I see there's 3 people here on the store page. I see that there's one on YouTube right now. Unfortunately, for whatever reason, the restream is not sending out to our Facebook breaks group. All of our other channels are showing up online. So I just put a post up in our Facebook group to say that we are on YouTube and we're on the store page. We're probably not going to see a whole lot in the way of comments, so that's going to kind of stink as well. Maybe we might get lucky and, well, at least I can see that. Walt, good evening. Mr. Hay. So I'm seeing that there's 5, 6 now over on the store page right now. Hope everybody's been following along here. Unfortunately, for whatever reason, our Restream software is not sending the signal through to the breaks group tonight. So we are currently on YouTube, where I see we have 1 viewer. We are on the store Facebook page, which is really odd considering it won't stream through to the actual group, which it's done plenty of times in the past. We are live on Twitch. For all of you old folks like me that don't know what Twitch is, it's a streaming platform for video games and other such things, but apparently some of the breakers are already going over this direction too. And we are also live on Twitter. So as this message from the breaks group starts getting out there, we will hopefully start seeing that number go higher on all the other platforms. If you are not watching on the store Facebook page, I cannot see your comments. That is the only hassle. I've been working on trying to get those comments streamed in, and that is one problem that I have not been able to resolve. I'm going to actually reach out to the software developers and see if we can figure that out. So this is break 419, the Master UD Extended Master Case mashup. Every 4 boxes, left, right, and middle of the case. We change up the list. All 4 randoms were already run and posted in the store Facebook, or the breaks group. So the lists are all live. I know there was some chatter about potential deals. I have not seen anything confirming other than potentially Mike Lucchese trading Philadelphia to Jeff McLaren for one of his Nashville draws. So Ryan Hay, you're not the only one that's got supremely bad luck. How in a triple random do you end up with the same team 2 of 3 times is beyond me. I don't know. So that's kind of stinky for him, but I think we've got a trade already amalgamated there. I see 3 viewers over on YouTube. I cannot see your comments on YouTube. If you're commenting in the video on YouTube, we will be able to see it at a later date. To the 10 viewers that were watching on the store Facebook page, welcome. This is the Master Case mashup for 19.
Yeah, there was no trade because Jeff didn't have Nashville in the first one, I don't think.
Okay.
No, because Dave Solonin has Nashville in the first spoiler.
All right, go and get your pop. Welcome to Reg and Jen. Nice to see you, folks. So we're just going to go through the serial number here. Serial on this master case that will be broken up into left, center, and right, as you see it here on the table, is 14750. 14750. We are going to crack this seal. On extended. I will be doing the 4 on the left. Janice will be doing the 4 in the middle, and I will come back and join you for the 4 on the right again. So for those that are watching on the eye in the sky, you will see that the left side of that case is gone. That's part of the reason why we have it there, is so you can see. We're just going to move that over here so it's out of the way, and we will get our cereals for this stuff going. So I am just going to make sure that our cereals are actually legible here. Of our first four, 150859, 149233, 150368, and 149772 are your four cereals for the first third of this case. The break list is on the right hand side of the screen for those in this break. Camera just needs to get tilted right back to where it was. So as you see it on the right hand side of the screen, that is your break list for these four boxes. So I just want to say thank you to everyone, and thank you for being patient with filling this one. I know another one probably wasn't necessarily the best of ideas. One of the few products that we do have a lot of still in the shop until Series 1 drops. No confirmation on February 2 yet on Series 1 for this year yet. Keep an eye open on Cardboard Connection if you're looking for the checklist. Usually within a week of it showing up, the checklist showing up, you will have the product dropping. So that should clarify a little bit more. But we've kind of had everything all the way from early February all the way through to late February. There's nothing been said about pushing it into March though. So I just want to say thank you for the fill, everyone. Good luck on this one here. Let's hope we finally hit some good stuff, considering that last case was not very solid. That last case was actually kind of a stinker. It was just an average case, nothing monstrous out of that case. So we got that there. So good luck, everyone. We'll try to fly through this the best we can and not bore you to death on all these packs. So good luck. Right off the hop, we have Nils Hoglander Retro Young Gun for Vancouver. Nils Hoglander Retro for Vancouver. Not a bad start. Retro Nils Hoglander for Vancouver. Good evening, Dan. Well, you only missed the first pack. Ultimate Victory, Joe Pavelski for the Dallas Stars. How you doing tonight, Dan? Pig Dazzler for the Blues, Torrey Krug. We've got SPX Finite Dylan Cousins at a $29.99. 1348 of $29.99 going to Buffalo. Looks like Evander Kane will probably be announced as an Edmonton Oiler tomorrow after being cut by the Sharks. We have a clear cut for Chicago, Carl Soderberg. Carl Soderberg clear cut for Chicago. Detroit has a new VP of hockey operations in Nicholas Lidstrom today. A little bit of NHL news. Michael Bunting going to Zona. Michael Bunting, young gun for Arizona. I think Kane actually just needs to keep himself out of trouble, and then he will get some hobby love. Ovation, Igor Shesterkin for the Rangers. I think everybody's just sick and tired of the circus that is Evander Kane. His bankruptcy, his personal issues all over the place, his COVID situation is all just kind of all crazy. Mika Zibanejad retro for the Rangers. The kid absolutely has talent, that's for sure, without a doubt. We have a Nolan Foote young gun for the Devils. Nolan Foote for the Devils. You got Jack Eichel, who was on the ice in practice for Vegas today. Speaking of Jack Eichel, holographics for Buffalo, Jack Eichel. I guess that's the way those call shots work. Sasha Chemlevsky, young gun for the Sharks. Hosting Detroit tonight out on the left coast. Sasha Chemlevsky. Mikko Lehtinen, rookie class for the Leafs. Tuukka Rask, who has got a prorated 1 year, $1 million contract with the Bruins as expected. We've got a Connor McDavid ultimate victory for Edmonton. Philip Forsberg retro for the Preds. Cameron Hillis young gun for Montreal. Good evening, Andrew. Hope you're doing well. Cameron Hillis for the Habs. You get a package en route to you there, Andrew, just so you know. And package with some of your break hits in there. Less whatever comes out in this break. Holographics Thomas Harley for the Stars. You're quite welcome. You need a Krillo pad. You have Minnesota in this first four, Walt. Jake Bischoff, Young Gun for Vegas. This is the first box. We're just into the second half of the first box, so we're on the first break list. We'll break up the monotony of my horrendous voice after 4, and we'll let you listen to my lovely bride for 4 boxes. Then I'll come and grate on your nerves for the last 4 boxes. Pierre Oliver Joseph, rookie class for Pittsburgh. Yeah, actually there was a Bunting Young Gun that came out in this first 4 boxes. Drew O'Connor Young Gun for Pittsburgh. Five 0 Tampa Bay. Drew O'Connor. For anybody that's actually in the video that was looking at doing anything with FCG, just so you know, that has to be in end of the week. We have a retro Young Gun for the the New York Rangers. Oh my goodness, this is already starting. New York Rangers, Alexis Lafreniere. Retro Young Gun. I don't know what the heck I'm thinking the Rangers for, or the Kings for.
Do you need a coffee?
This is the cloud. My brain is in a cloud right now still.
Do you need a coffee?
I'm thinking coffee is going to have to be on the menu. Victor Soderstrom, Ultimate Victory for the Yotes. The San Jose Devils. No, it's the San Jose Sharks. We get a finite Ryan O'Reilly for the Blues. ROR for St. Louis. 2542 of 29.99. 2 packs left in box number 1. Caffeine stimulation is inbound to wake up my dumb brain. We have a blue Dazzler for the New York Islanders, Ilya Sorokin. Last pack, box 1. We have a Reflections, numbered 25 out of 100. Victor Soderstrom, green Reflections for the Yotes. Victor Soderstrom, green Reflections, 25 out of 100 for the Yotes. On to box 2. Yep. Rainbow Yotes. Maltsev Young Gun for the Devils. Mikhail Maltsev Young Gun for the Devils. As I was saying, the FCG submission will be going in on Friday. If it's not here by Thursday, I cannot guarantee it makes it out with the delivery that should be leaving sometime approximately midday on Friday with our FCG rep. So if you're interested in getting in on the FCG submission to the local folks that I've been talking to, please get into the shop and drop off your submission by Thursday. Rookie class, Josh Norris for Ottawa. For those who haven't given a look at FCG, they do have a Facebook page. Personally, I like the slaps. It's not for everybody. I know that. Ultimate Victory, Kirill Kaprizov for Walt. It is a nice looking grading company. They're comparatively doing well in the market. If you looked at some of their stuff comparatively to the big guys on sales wise, they are doing fairly well. Braden Point Retro for Tampa. I will have at least one live FCG graded card in the shop at the end of the week as a sample for everybody to look at. Callum Booth for the Bruins. Per card, 35. Understand that this is also being shipped to the States, to Texas. So that's 35 shipped to and from, back and forth from Texas. All in 35 Canadian. Obviously, I have to charge tax on our end because it is a goods and service that we are providing here. $35 on a card to be back in your hand in 3 to 4 weeks is probably pretty good.
Coffee.
Thank you, Mrs. Haynes. Philip Kurashev, finite for the Hawks. Out of $29.99. $13.29 out of $29.99. Philip Kurashev.
And I put your gloves back into your coat.
I appreciate that.
That's what a good woman's for. To make sure that, you don't lose your head.
We have the Young Gun checklist. French, which will need to be random between Florida and the Kings. French checklist. Jean-Lucs. In here, I have my Panthers. I have my Kings. Kings. Kings this time. Kings this time. French checklist Kings. So that way it's not a straggler. Kings. I don't know who has the Kings, but whoever has the Kings, French Young Gun going to the LA Kings. They're both not giving away easy grades. Walt, if that's the question, neither one of them is giving away easy grades. So I think the question is, Who do you want to grade with? It really depends. If you like MNT, we're still offering MNT. We're not getting rid of MNT. We're just offering another option out there. Ole Uelevi, ultimate victory for Vancouver. There is more information coming out about MNT. They are going to be changing things up with a money back guarantee on their service and their time frame. So if they're saying your service is 30 days, it will be guaranteed. You will get your money back if it's not completed grading in 30 days. I only say if it's not completed grading because I only do a drop and pick on Mondays with MNT. So they won't do a money back guarantee if it's done on a Wednesday and I don't go pick it up until Monday. So without my transportation time in, MNT is going to be putting in guarantee, money back guarantee on their grading levels and services. That will be coming very soon. Number 263 out of 1,000, pros and prospects. Quinn Hughes. So MNT is addressing their issues with the delays by offering a money back guarantee on that. Quinn Hughes, pros and prospects, 263 out of 1,000. Joel Hofer for the Blues, young gun. Now, from what I know of and the way I understood the situation with MNT, what they're going to be doing is they're going to be offering their 2-day is still going to stay 2-day. Yeah, on timer, it's free with MNT. So what they're going to be doing is they're going to be offering the 2-day service is going to stay 2-day service. The 6-day service is supposed to be going to a 30-day service to address and accommodate for their backlog that they've got right now. Retro Mark Stone for Vegas Golden Knights. So 6 days turns into the 30-day service. And again, don't take this as gospel. I'm trying to remember this off the top of my head. I could be mistaken. But 6 days goes from 6-day to a 30-day. But again, guaranteed money back, guaranteed or it's free, 30-day return. The next service level would be the 30-day, which turns into a 3-month. And then the 60-day turns into a year. But again, if it's not back by the time it's supposed to be, it's free. Looks like a base pack. So 2 is staying 2 and we'll be back in 2 plus transportation. 6 would turn into 30. 6 days would turn into 30. 30-day turns into 90-day. 30-day might turn into 6 months. And then the 90-day turns into a year. Holographics Connor McMichael for the Caps. Yeah, I have to touch base with them. I still don't know what's going on with that one baseball that you sent in, right? Any word on your guy? Did he survive the car accident? Is he going to be able to play baseball again? Alex Dorio Young Gun for the Pens. I don't know about pricing, Walt. I would recommend you follow the store page or check in with MNT's own website. I haven't put anything out there for it just because I don't know what exactly is going on and I don't have confirmed rock solid information just at this point in time. Alex Dorio, Young Gun for the Pens. We don't have any confirmation exactly. We just have a rough idea of what they're doing. I believe they have information on their website. I'm not 100% sure. And again, I'm trying to do this all off the top of my head while keeping engaged with all you fine folks making comments. Rookie class Ty Dellandrea for the Stars. Dellandrea for the Stars. And that was really the only reason why I looked into FCG, is because I know there was a lot of questions about the delays, and I wanted to offer a little bit of a faster turnaround if possible at a better price. Leon Draisaitl ovation for Edmonton. That was the sole purpose behind looking at FCG. Because the big boys are not going to change their prices too terribly quick, if ever. Tyler Bertuzzi, retro for the Wings. Beckett and PSA are probably going to never drop the prices back down again, and if they do, it's going to be so minor, it's going to be weird to look at it. For Florida, Alexei Hiponiemi. And Dan, just so you know, I do have an email into MNT about your request for that large lot for grading. Hiponiemi, Young Gun for Florida. Ultimate Victory, Nathan McKinnon. Nathan McKinnon. We got a reflections for the Florida Panthers. Alexander Barkov. Barkov for the Panthers. Hayden Verbeek for the Habs. Yeah, I would imagine 200 cards would take them a while to get through. Hayden Verbeek for the Habs. But they're also used to putting through high volumes in the way of what they're sending, what they're getting out the door most times anyways. You don't want that done in 2 days, do you? At like the $50 per card level, I'm sure. Barkov retro for Florida. Retro Barkov. Check. is a base pack. Last pack of the second box. Bowen Byram holographics for the Avs. Yeah, they've added a bunch of new staff, though, as well, to try to deal with the demand. They know that they're getting busier. The industry in general, just the grading industry in general, is, like, absolutely just getting slammed. So, it's not... I don't think there's going to be any time soon that the grading industry is going to see any kind of a break, just because everybody's grading everything right now. You're grading it for your PC, or you're grading it to flip, or I don't know. There's lots of demand on the grading industry right now. We got a blue Dazzler for the blue and white, Joe Thornton. We've got a green reflections, number 25 out of 100 for the New Jersey Devils, Jack Hughes. Matches up to the other one. It was also 25 out of 100. Patrick Kordorenko Young Gun for the Rangers. Patrick Kordorenko Young Gun for the Rangers. Be happy that we're probably not going to see these Young Guns again in 2021, 2022 product. The photo shoot stuff. They're probably all going to be live action pictures versus just guys on a backdrop. We got a retro Young Gun, Josh Norris for Ottawa. Josh Norris retro for Ottawa. Young Guns. Well, I appreciate the opportunity to fulfill your grading needs. Philip Kurashev, ultimate victory for the Hawks. We always want to be your first choice. If we can't be your first choice, we just hope that we are one of your choices. There's lots of shops out there looking for your hobby dollars, and we just hope to be one of the options that's serving you the best. Philip Kurashev holographics for Chicago. No, there's no such thing as loyalty in this industry. There's no such thing as loyalty in this industry. I would expect you guys to break in other places too. If another shop's running a product that you want, break there too. They've got a sale on. Your hobby dollars have got to stretch as far as you can stretch them. Holographics, Nick Robertson for the Leafs. Nick Robertson for the Leafs. Somebody else has got O-Pee-Chee Platinum and they're breaking it, and we've got one box left on the shelf. I can't run any more breaks on it because it's going to go up to over $200 a box to break it. Frederick Handmark Young Gun for the Sharks. If our price is going to go up over $200 a box and somebody still got it for pre-order pricing and they're breaking it and we're sold out, there's no loyalty there. Get your product where you can at the best price you can. We just hope that we got a better price than most. Frederick Handmark for the Sharks. Well, we appreciate you bringing your bad luck to us, Ryan. Ryan, he only brings his bad luck to us. Isn't that awesome?
Right?
That's that family feel that we've got, I guess. Rookie class Vitek Vanacek for the Caps. But I do appreciate your sentiment, Dan. Loyalty is nice, but at the same time, it's as a consumer, you still have to get your best buck. Joe Pavelski, ultimate victory for the Stars. Some of the bigger places still have the product. We can't get it, or we've got to jack the price up because it's up there price-wise, and it, you know, we make the decision not to restock product when we can't even bring it back in for a cheaper price than what the competitors have got it at. Brady Tkachuk, retro for Ottawa. And I understand that, but I want you to understand as well, we don't look at it as a loyalty thing. We appreciate your business, the trust factor, we appreciate that. But again, when it comes to the hobby, you've got certain dollars for your hobby love, and if you got to stretch it, Mikko Lehtonen and Young Gun for the Leafs. If you've got to stretch it and you can get a better deal someplace else, then you go someplace else. I would never turn my back on one of my customers who said, hey, shop A, B, or C had that product $15 cheaper a box, or they had a service level that we don't offer for grading. Because we're not with Universal, we can't offer that 10-day service, which Universal shops can. Mikko Lehtonen and Young Gun for the Leafs. But we knew that when we made the decisions that we made. Cody Curran, Young Gun for the Ducks. And those that knew Janice and I as collectors before we opened the shop knew that as well. I would drive to Toronto if I could get a better deal on a product that I was looking for. Awesome. Cody Curran, Young Gun for the Ducks. We'll take it, Dan. We'll take it. Rookie class, Jason Robertson for the Stars. John Gibson, ultimate victory for Anaheim. Panarin retro for the Rangers. Austin Strand, Young Gun for the Kings. Well, you did get one Kaprizov so far. You hope for better, but you didn't get shut out. Minnesota's a tough team, considering they didn't really have much else other than Kaprizov. There's a couple of inserts that are in there, but it's nothing exciting. It's Cappy or bust. For your sake, I hope he does. Finite Barkov for the Panthers. Finite Barkov for the Panthers. $7.91 out of $29.99. Nolan Foote for the Devils. I think Laffy will be fine. I just don't know that it's going to be with the Rangers. Nolan Foote, young gun for the Devils. Corey Perry, French variant for the Habs. Sorry, the kids requesting snack at home. Wanting to make sure they could have what they wanted. And that's what the audible noise was there. Ultimate victory, Dylan Cousins for Buffalo. Three left in this third box here. And we have a die cut. UD3 Sidney Crosby for Pittsburgh. Numbered to 112 out of 1,000. These die cuts are always a pain in the bum to get sleeved. Sidney Crosby die cuts. Sidney Crosby for Pittsburgh, 112 out of 1,000. And get back to the rest of that pack. It's one of them packs, too, that all the cards had to stick together. Glenn Godden, young gun for the Flames. You probably will do all right with the Devils because there's lots of hits for this product on the Devils. Glenn Godden, young gun for the Flames. Lots of Devils all the way through this product. If you go 4 boxes without hitting at least a couple of Devil young guns, I would be surprised. We got a retro Connor Hellebuck for the Jets. Connor Hellebuck for the Jets. Okay, box 4, and then I will swap out and get Janice in here to pull all the big bangers out of the case in the middle column there.
Maybe.
Keandre Miller, ultimate victory for the Rangers. Nolan Foote for the Devils. Nolan Foote, young gun for the Devils. kills off another pack of sleeves.
Do you need more?
Nope. OEL Ovation for the Yotes. Jack Eichel Retro for Buffalo. That is odd. Jacob Markstrom French variant for Vancouver. Pros and Prospects Nils Hoglander, 138 out of 1,000. Nils Hoglander, Pros and Prospects. 138 out of 1,000. Jack Eichel Ultimate Victory for Buffalo. Jordan Greenway Retro for Minnesota. Mikko Lehtinen Young Gun for the Leafs. Lehtinen Young Gun for the Leafs. Nathan McKinnon SPX Finite for Colorado. 24/10 out of 29.99. Willie Nylander for the Leafs, Blue Dazzler. William Nylander for the Leafs, Blue Dazzler. We have a UD exclusive. UD exclusive retro for the Edmonton Oilers, numbered 78 of 100, Connor McDavid. 78 out of 100 UD exclusive retro, Connor McDavid. Solve that camera not moving all over. That's a nice little one. Giddy up. Stuart Hunter with the McDavid. Rookie class, Jason Robertson for Dallas. I think that's the second robo we've seen on rookie class for Dallas. Kurashev holographics for Chicago. Retro Jake Oettinger for Dallas. Retro Young Gun Jake Oettinger. Retro Jake Oettinger for the Stars. Drew O'Connor, Young Gun for the Pens. Drew O'Connor for the Pens. Ultimate Victory, Dylan Larkin for the Wings. Sasha Chemlevsky, Young Gun for the Sharks. Starting to see a repetition in the Young Guns. It's 3 now, I think. Frederick Hanmark, Young Gun for the Sharks. Frederick Hanmark, Young Gun for the Sharks. I just hope it's not a shark attack tonight. My Wings play out there tonight. I don't want to see them do too well. Is this a base pack? Let's see. Base pack. 4 left in this first third of the 419 mashup. Glenn Godin, Young Gun. We stomped them pretty hard the last time we played. Godin, Young Gun for the Flames. So I think that they might want a little bit of retribution after getting stomped 6-2. I just want them to play a competitive game, unlike the debacle that was the LA Kings on Saturday night. Cale Makar, Retro for Colorado. 2 packs, and I'm handing it over to Janice for a bit. Austin Matthews holographics for the Leafs. Last pack in the first 4. Rookie class, Yanni Hakanpää for the Ducks. Okay. Let me get your second little
You can get the second list
list up here. Your list will change in just a few moments.
Oh, it's got printed, right?
Yes, it did. It's sitting out in the printer. Okay, you'll notice that Dave's got the Avs on the top and the Preds on the bottom. Updating this list right now. Dave's got the Islanders on the bottom and the Jets on the top. And there is the switch.
Okay.
So I will grab this for the first.
Got the,
Yep.
alright, my 4 boxes here.
Yep, your 4 boxes are right there.
Alright, everyone. Oh. Make sure Mr. Haynes has his coffee.
Hey, I got my crap together.
A little bit. There we go. Ah, much better. Alright. Sorry guys, camera kinda, when I was adjusting my chair. So I hope everyone is well. Alright. Okay, so here's our cereals. I'll just shove them back here a little bit. We have on the top 150479 and then 140038, 145364 and 144926 on the bottom. So I hope the holidays were good to everyone. Still trying to. This camera is gonna. Yeah, I'm still a little bit stiff and sore today, but not like yesterday. Oh, that was not pleasant. That was not pleasant yesterday at all. All right. Okay. All right. Here we go. Hopefully the camera will stay in place now. Yeah, I try, Dan, but I try not to. I try to keep politics out of it. So I try to keep my Facebook lighthearted. All right, so this is box 5, my box 1. So good luck, everyone. We have a Glenn Godden Young Gun for the Flames. And James Van Riemsdyk, retro for the Flyers. I'm seeing all base, but I will ask, I'll set that one aside and I will ask Mr. Haynes to have another quick look through that when he comes in. We have a French variant, Patrick Kane for the Hawks. Can you just go through that pile quick? I think it was an all base pack, but I'd like you to. Lighter and tinfoil, one seed at a time, huh?
Yeah.
Ultimate Victory, Austin Matthews for the Leafs, all base.
Yeah, all base.
We have a Dylan Cousins, Reflections for the Sabres. Alexander Romanov, Ultimate Victory for the Canadiens. Teuvo Teravainen, Retro for the Canes. Mikko Lehtinen Young Gun for the Leafs. Ian Mitchell, Follow FX for the Hawks. Frederick Hanmark Young Gun for San Jose. Rookie class, Alexander Barbanov for the Leafs. Halfway through the first box. Dylan Cousins, Hollow FX for the Sabres. Cam Johnson Young Gun for the Jackets. Kirill Kaprizov, rookie class for the Wild. Steven Stamkos, ultimate victory for Tampa. I'm eagerly awaiting the release of Series 1. Hoping sometime in the next few weeks the checklist will actually come out. Thomas Hurdle, retro for the Sharks, because I know everyone is excited for Series 1. Once we have a firm release date, we'll start getting some pre-fills done. Arthur Kaliev, young gun for the Kings. You're not, Walt? You're not excited for Series 1? We have a French variant, Jack Studnicka for Boston. There's a lot of different release dates floating around right now. No one truly knows. No, we have not pulled the action shot. All the extended we ripped, and we have not pulled one. Sidney Crosby, ultimate victory for Pittsburgh. But I know that they had done an interview with Billy from Upper Deck, and he wouldn't say exactly, but like that was like more than, you know, that was like one in every obscene number of cases. We have a Patrick Kane Reflections for the Hawks. All that we know is that it's like more than every 10 cases. Logan Stanley, young gun for Winnipeg. Semyon Varlamov, retro for the Islanders. Yeah, I've never seen one either, Ryan. I would love to pull one. And that one's an all base. All right, on to box number 2. Don't forget to get your pre-orders in for Series 2. We have French variant, Ryan Zingle for the Sens. Mikko Virtanen, ultimate victory for the Avs. Things may look a little bit different for this release, just depends on what our capacity limits are. Rick will sit down and discuss. We have a Jordan Binnington Reflections for the Blues. It just all depends on what our capacity limits are. Because it will be a busy day. Series 1, it always is. Hayden Verbeek, Young Gun for the Canadians. It's a day that Rick and I very much look forward to. It's just unfortunate that we have these capacity limits looming in our midst.
Capacity limits? What kind of silliness is this?
Right? Kyle Connor, retro for the Jets. It's a lot of fun, isn't it, Ryan? All base. That's 2 out of this box. We're not even halfway through. We have an Austin Matthews finite for the Leafs. Pierre Oliver Joseph, Blue Dazzler for the Pens. Looks like it's warming up outside, Mr. Haynes. It's only -8 outside.
It is.
We have an Andre Vasilevsky Reflections, numbered 355 of 500 for Tampa.
I just did a polar bear swim.
There was 2 base packs in the last box too. So Rick says he just did a polar bear swim in the river. Except the river's frozen. Patrick Hordorenko, Young Gun for the Rangers. How thick was the ice?
Oh, about that thick.
About that thick?
About that thick.
We have a Liam Foudy Retro Young Gun for the Jackets. Belly Flop and Slide. Probably not far from the truth, Walt. The only thing that would have been funnier is if the geese were still over there chasing them. Although I'm sure that Mr. Haynes would not find that very funny at all.
No, I wasn't probably going to find that too funny at all.
That would have been worth chasing him out for. Nick Robertson, ultimate victory for the Leafs. Definitely slip and slide. He might have been missing a couple of parts if the geese had actually gotten him, because they're vicious.
Oh, I guarantee would have been missing some parts.
Hollow FX, Sebastian Aho for the Canes. Well, that's true too. Doing a cannonball and chipping a tailbone on the ice, yeah, that would hurt. He probably wouldn't be able to walk downstairs to bed. Alex Dorio, Young Gun for the Pens. Which then means he'd end up sharing the couch with the dog, and that's not going to be much better.
No.
Michael DiPietro, rookie class for Vancouver. Are you at least hitting the Pokestop for me?
Yeah.
Okay. It's funny because it's not you. It's one of those. It's ha-ha funny. It's not ha-ha funny. We have a Thomas Chabot. Ovation for the Sens. Austin Matthews, retro for the Leafs. And yes, I'm one of those. I play Pokemon Go. We have a gym right here at the shop, so. So if any of you do play, feel free to add me. I won't advertise that you play, honestly. Alexei Hepniemi, Young Gun for the Panthers.
Ryan Hay wants to play, but he's worried about the stigma that's attached to it.
There's no stigma attached to Pokemon Go. The only stigma there is if you're out in like minus 22 actually walking around to catch Pokemon. Then you're crazy. Arthur Keliev, Hollow FX for the Kings. However, if you are driving in a nice warm vehicle through a park and hitting Pokestops and hitting and catching Pokemon, you're totally sane. And especially since they're asking you to keep your bubbles small. Again. Still.
Never ending.
Mikhail Maltsev, Young Gun for the Devils. Rookie class, Tim Stutzel for the Sens. Dylan Cousins, ultimate victory for the Sabres. Nico Hischier, retro for the Devils. Last pack of the second box. Callum Booth, Young Gun for the Bruins. All right. Box 8. My box 3. So box 7, not box 8. Nick Robertson, Hollow FX for the Leafs. I would love nothing more than to pull that high gloss. Artem Zub, Young Gun for Ottawa. Igor Zamula, rookie class for the Flyers. Oh, and for Columbus. Yeah, you might want to be specific. Pius Suter, Ovation for, at the time, the Blackhawks, current Red Wing, who I have to say I'm quite impressed with in Detroit. Roman Yossi retro for the Preds. Cole Holtz, Young Gun for the Kings. We have a Luke Kunin, French variant for the Preds.
That's where all the French variants went to, was in the middle of that case.
Right? Connor McMichael, Ultimate Victory for the Caps. Future Impact, Jake Oettinger for the Stars. Logan Stanley, Young Gun for the Jets. Looks like I got all the Logan Stanleys too. That's the second one.
Just so I can break down this box with space for the next one.
Sidney Crosby retro for the Penguins. All base. Taro Hirose, French variant for the wings. Philip Kurashev, ultimate victory for the Hawks. Pros and prospects, Nick Robertson, numbered 719 of 1,000 for the Leafs. Josef Coronar, young gun for the Sharks. John Gibson, retro for the Ducks. All base. Niels Hoglander, Holo FX for Vancouver. Jacob Ingham, young gun for the Kings. Rookie class, Tyler Benson for the Oilers. Drew Doughty ovation for the Kings. Robin Leonard, retro for the Knights. Last pack of my third box. We have the checklist, which will go between the Panthers and the Kings. Both sick and sore. Just blah. We woke up and we were both flying yesterday morning, right?
Yep.
We had to go and do some running around yesterday, and we got home and it was like, oh, yeah, it come out of nowhere. So we just did nothing all afternoon. I was like that after my second one, too. All right, box number 8. And then I will pass you back over to Rick for the final 4. Logan Couture, retro for the Sharks. Oh, I was real tired. I also had a headache. Just, overall, just, ugh. Connor McMichael, rookie class for the Caps. And actually, Rick was affected by this one too, and the first 2 didn't bother him at all. Oh, you're on your first shot? Yeah, 2 and 3 are a little bit worse. I had nothing after my first shot, I don't think. Victor Hedman, Holo FX for Tampa. It's tough to say because we had just got Mazakine and we're out in the sun all day. If Mr. Hay is still here, he'd remember that. It was hotter than anything and we were all standing around in the sun. Cody Curran, young gun for the Ducks. And I got my first sunburn ever in 42 years. You've got 2? Well, then you did well with your second one. Rick did okay with his second one. Me, no. Yeah, see, for me, 1 wasn't bad, 2 and 3 were brutal. Mitch Marner, ultimate victory for the Leafs. But I've been told, I've read a bunch of different things. Women tend to get a little bit more ill than the men do. Austin Strand, young gun for the Kings. Just what I've read, whether there's much in the way of truth to it or not, I don't know. You should be fine by now, Ryan. Honestly. Because you got it, what, about coming up 30 hours-ish ago? French variant, Connor Sheary for Washington. Yeah, you should, I should think at this point, like when we went to bed last night, we didn't feel too bad. We have an ultimate victory, McDavid for the Oilers. Did we?
What's that?
We didn't feel too bad when we went to bed last night.
No.
Just a little bit run down.
Yep.
And woke up this morning and felt fine. The arm was a little bit stiff, but once you started to move it, it was... Alex Ovechkin, reflections for the Caps. My story to the sore arm is the reason why my arm wasn't so sore the first time is because I got my shots in May and July. I got up and went and waxed the car. Josef Kornar, young gun for the Sharks. Unfortunately, the car is away. Yeah, the headache was a little bit more than minor for us. It was just an overall feeling of just blah.
Feeling like you got run over by a Mack truck.
Yeah, nothing really specific, but everything, right?
Yep.
Tuukka Rask, retro for Boston. baseball base. Tyler Seguin, retro for the Stars. Arthur Keliev, young gun for the Kings. Okay, so it's not just me that finds it warm in here?
Nope.
Okay. Although I was thankful I didn't get the chills this time. Kiefer Bellows, rookie class for the Islanders. Nothing quite like, you know, middle of July and you're huddled up in 4 blankets with a t-shirt and a hoodie and track pants and your teeth chattering. Nils Hoglander, Hollow FX for the Knox. Cam Johnson, a young gun for Columbus. Josh Norris, ultimate victory for the Sens. Ovations Premier Prospects, Elias Sorokin for the Islanders. Steven Stamkos, retro for Tampa. Kevin Ball, young gun for the Devils. Alexander Romanov, Hollow FX for Montreal. Jack Rathbone, young gun for Vancouver. All right, last pack. Thank you for having me in your homes this evening. It's been a lot of fun. Connor Ingram, rookie class for the Preds. So I will turn this over now to Mr. Haynes, who will do the last 4. Actually, can I get you to flip that? The
Yep.
wrists?
The wrists? What's wrong with your wrists? WSID claim?
Yeah. No.
Yeah, no, she says. Yeah, no. Okay, we're back with the Kings and the Panthers for the regular checklist. We'll do this again. Kings again. Get that one marked and out of the way. I think the other one went to the Kings too.
I think you're right.
Kings again. Okay, on to the last 4 boxes of this one, folks. As Janice said, thanks for having us in your homes tonight. Just going to reload the top loaders here. Big George LaRock top loaders. And sleeves. So the last 4 boxes, we will do these numbers here. Just waiting for the lag to catch up on the screen here and the focus to come in. Since it doesn't seem to want to focus at all. There we go. 150049, 150407, 150202, oh, sorry, 150282, and 150064. So on the last third, we got another list to update here. Just bear with me. We will get that update in. Spoiler 3. Dave Saladin with Minnesota on the top and Panthers on the bottom. Dave with Minnesota on the top and Florida on the bottom. Florida on the bottom and Minnesota on the top for Dave now. This is spoiler list number 3. Your break list should be updated now accurately. So good luck in the last 4, everyone. We're going to get going and get our giddy up on to try to power through these last 4 boxes. So good luck. We probably will be looking to do a team random on some 2 boxes for Series 1, so we will probably be starting to post those soon. They will be pre-fills. Brock Besser, holographics for the Nucks. So keep an eye open on those in the next week or so. We will be looking to get some of them going. Chmielewski, young gun for the Sharks. Chmielewski, young gun for the Sharks. Robertson, rookie class for the Leafs. The Pick Your Team Master Case for Series 1. The pricing will not be put up until we know who's on the checklist. Heischer Ovation for the Devils. Heischer for the Devils. Because of the delays on the product, I don't have any clue. We're not privileged to any special information that you guys get or we get ahead of you guys, just so you know. Backstrom Retro for the Caps. We find out at the same pace you guys do, so we don't know who's going to be on the checklist. And with the delay and a lot of rookies making their debut, it's possible to see any number of combinations of players for Nolan Foote, Young Gun for the Devils. There's any number of possibilities as to who could be on the checklist. So until we've got word on who is on the checklist, well, it's pretty much impossible to do a pick your team master. Nolan Foote, Devils, Young Gun. But team randoms for series 1, 2 boxers, and maybe even a 6 boxer, we might be able to get that going. Vitek Vanacek holographics for the Caps. Handmark Young Gun for the Sharks. Handmark Young Gun for the Sharks. Foodie rookie class for CBJ. Ultimate Victory Horvat for the Nucks. Retro Chabot for the Sens. Oleton and Young Gun for the Leafs. Well, good for McDavid on that one. I guess everybody wants to take a chance on a good talent, especially if they think they can get through to him. I don't know that anybody can get through to Kane. I'm not trying to prejudge him. He is a great hockey talent if he decides he can get rid of all the extra goofiness in his life and all the problematic stuff that he's created for himself over the last couple of seasons. French variant Connor Timmins for the Avs. No disrespect to Evander Kane. He is a very gifted hockey player. He's got to get to playing hockey and not worry about all the extra nonsense that's going on. Delandria Ultimate Victory for the Stars. If he can do that and he can just focus on hockey, he will be fine. And any team that gets him will be getting a solid addition to their team. The problem is he talked himself out of Winnipeg, and he has now played his way out of the Sharks organization. We have a UD3 Leon Draisaitl die cut. Oh, and yeah, for sure, for cheap. You know why? Because the PA is going to get him his contract or something that resembles what he had for his contract. And the new team that picks him up, most likely these guys here in Edmonton, are going to do so and get a good deal on his new contract. 23 out of 1,000 for Neon Leon Draisaitl. Wouldn't be surprised if it's something similar to the Tuukka Rask deal. Just to get him back on the ice and get him playing, and then they worry about the rest of it in the offseason. Godin Young Gun for the Flames. Rask's probably going to be a one year at a time type of player anyways at this stage of the game. But Kane, he's probably going to be a 1 year guy. And then they'll try to fit him into their... Oh, it's possible. Yeah, it could be possibly lower than the $1 million for Rask. I wouldn't be surprised if it's around that $1 million mark. What's the league minimum? Like $875 or something like that? Retro Gensel for the Pens.
Messenger video. Oh, heavens to Betsy.
This looks like it might be the starts of a base pack. Yeah, I think it's $850 or $875, something along those lines. I think it's the league minimum. So, you know, what, for the sake of $125,000? Now, again, the Oilers are a cap team too, so, you know, whatever they've got, they're going to have to make it work. And it'll be prorated anyways. Hellebuck SPX Finite for the Jets. $14.29 out of $29.99. Miro Heiskanen Blue Dazzler for the Stars. I think by the time everything was all said and done with Rask, his deal's like $5.25 or something like that. $525,000. So it wouldn't surprise me at this stage of the game that that's something similar to what you see out of the Kane deal. Another base pack. Another base pack. Yeah, he may be $89.97. Who knows? Just like a Walmart price tag. Always 97 cents. Reese Johnson for the Hawks. Whoever gets him's definitely getting him on the rollback, that's for sure. Reduced to clear. Evander Kane. Reese Johnson for the Hawks. Retro Young Gun Thomas Harley for the Stars. Harley for the Stars. It wouldn't surprise me that he fits well there because he always did have good wheels. And he could probably play with McDavid. He's definitely a top six forward and he's going to help them out. Again, it's just the distraction. Can he get the nonsense out of his system to just play hockey? Cal Foote for the Bolts. Ultimate victory. That's all he's going to do. That's all he's got to do. He's just got to play hockey. he plays hockey and sticks to just hockey, you know, I'm sure that the nightlife in pandemic Edmonton is probably just absolutely bumping, right? So, you know, it's not like Vegas or anything like that where you can get himself into trouble. I'm sure that, you know, they're really like having some wild parties in winter months in Edmonton during a pandemic. Hoffer young gun for the Blues. Oh, I don't think anybody ever said there's an issue with the talent itself. Hoffer for the Blues. Anybody that said that there was an issue with talent is probably not watching the guy play. He can absolutely play. And see, that's not always true though, Walt, because he already played with the Jets. And he talked himself out of there. Anze Kopitar retro for the Kings. So Canada doesn't fix everything. Let's see, it's looking like a base pack. Base pack. Because he was a big mouth. Sometimes it's just about maturity too, right? Jacob Ingham, French variant young gun for the LA Kings. Is he mature enough to handle getting back into the league at this stage of the game? And can he settle down and just play hockey? That was the other part of it. Maturity definitely plays a big part. Jacob Ingham, French. When he played with the Jets, they hated him because he was a big-mouthed, stupid kid that did lots of dumb things. He said lots of stupid things. He thought he was the big guy in the room. He wasn't ready to be an NHL player because his maturity level was so low. OV, ultimate victory for the Caps. You remember back to when you were, 18, 20 years old and we were all so filled with pee and vinegar? Yeah. We were all there once. Reflections, Roman Josi for the Preds. I think he's got to realize at this stage of the game he's probably pretty much out of chances. If it doesn't go well for this next team, he's probably not got any options left other than Russia or Europe. Dylan Cousins, holographics for the Sabres. So he needs to put his best foot forward, and he needs to do the right things, be a model teammate, and just play hockey and keep his nose clean. Alex Dorio, young gun for the Pens. And hopefully his agent can get that message through to him too. Wherever you go, just go play hockey. And when you're done playing, go home and play on the Xbox or the PlayStation or whatever. Just stay out of trouble. Don't get on social media and say stupid things or post dumb stuff. Just, be a model citizen, because you'll get another contract as long as you're a model citizen with Connor McDavid. Cousins rookie class for Buffalo. – Scheifele ovation for the Jets. Retro Jack Hughes. Well, he needs the right environment. That's all it is. And I think that that's what he gets in Edmonton. If he goes to Edmonton, you've got two massive, massive superstars who take all the spotlight off of him. He can just play hockey. And if he shuts up and he doesn't say anything stupid to the press or anything like that, he should be fine. Hipponiemi, young gun for Florida. He's got to act mature, shut his mouth, just know his role, play his game, you know, quietly into the rink, quietly out of the rink, be a good teammate, be mature, respectful, responsible, and he'll get another contract. It may not be with Edmonton unless they move some salary out, because they're pretty much up against the wall too right now. Second half of this 10th box. Lankinen, ultimate victory for Chicago. Start calling these marathon monsters. Retro Vasi for T-Bay. Marathon Master breaks. Only at the Cardboard Devil. Strand Young Gun for the Kings. Strand for the Kings. Breadman holographics for the Rangers. Cody Curran, Young Gun. Anaheim. Cody Curran, Young Gun for the Ducks. On another note, did anybody hear what Bobby Clark said today about his former GM? Rookie class Lafreniere for the Rangers. Bobby Clark went off today about Hextall and about the Nolan Patrick pick. Did anybody hear what was said about that? How do you throw one of your all-time fan favorite players under the bus like that? Kordorenko, Young Gun for the Rangers. So Bobby Clark throws Hextall under the bus, saying that Hextall didn't talk to the scouts or the staff or anything like that, and just took Nolan Patrick when everybody else wanted them to take Makar with that pick. Kordorenko, Young Gun for the Rangers. Yeah, and it's not just that he says it, but the fact that he completely throws him under the bus. Because now you've traded Nolan Patrick away. You've traded Nolan Patrick away. And you say that you wanted somebody else. Cousins retro for Buffalo. You say that your GM at the time did not listen to the staff, did not take Cale Makar with your pick, which you wanted Cale Makar, but yet he went out all on his own and took Nolan Patrick. He didn't listen to his staff at all. He just did what he wanted. He didn't listen to the scouts. He didn't listen to anybody within the organization, apparently, the way that Bob Clark says it. And he just threw Hexy under the bus. McDavid, ultimate victory for Edmonton. Like, this is an all-time fan favorite, though. This isn't some, Chuck Fletcher. Hexy's got, so much history with Philadelphia, and then you throw the guy under the bus? Carter Hart, finite for Philly. 69 of 29.99, Carter Hart. I was just stunned to see that. We got a clear-cut Cedric Paquette for the Hurricanes. Cedric Paquette for the Canes. It's not like he threw, an Anson Carter under the bus who played 2 seasons there? You're talking about a guy who was a fan favorite, a cornerstone of the franchise for, 15 years? We have an exclusive for the Montreal Canadiens, Tyler Toffoli. Oh, sure he says something. Sure he says stupid things. But it's not just that he said stupid things. It's the fact that he threw a fan favorite under the bus. Exclusive Tyler Toffoli, numbered 81 of 100. And yes, I agree. He is a clown, obviously. And any respect that you have for the guy might have just gone out the window because he opened his mouth and threw his guy under the bus. Again, it's not a guy that was there for a cup of coffee. It's, a fan favorite like Hextall who'd been there for, all those years, on top of the fact that, he was the GM, he was in the front office after he finished playing and everything like that. Then you go ahead and you throw him under the bus like that? Wow. Well, because he's already gone, right? Verbeek Young Gun for the Habs. Yeah, it's easy to throw him under the bus when, he's already gone and you're half senile and they'll just, wheel you back into a room and go, yeah, well, it's okay. Bob's just kind of a little out of it right now. Verbeek Young Gun for the Habs. One icon in the city to another. You done messed up by not taking my car and not listening to your staff. Thanks, Bob. Rantanen Retro. Colorado. You done messed up, Hexy. You didn't take Cale Makar. Hey, everybody above Cale Makar who picked would probably want their pick back again. Base. I think every GM in that draft would have taken Cale Makar first had they known the way he was going to turn out. Zach Bogosian for the Leafs, French variant. He was low on something. He was definitely low on something. Well, it's Bob Clark. If there was never a reason to talk about taking fighting out of hockey, Bob Clark is the reason. And I'm not for taking fighting out of hockey. Just saying. Foodie, ultimate victory for CBJ. I am totally not for taking fighting out of hockey, But if there was ever an argument for why you should take fighting out of hockey, just look up what Bob Clark does. Bobby Clark is the reason why. That guy took way too many shots to the head. We got a UD3 die cut Patrick Kane. You know, everybody in Philadelphia will love Bobby Clark forever until he got punched in the head a couple of too many times and didn't listen. 587 out of 1,000 UD3 Patrick Kane for the Hawks. Zub Young Gun for Ottawa. Artem Zub for Ottawa. I just wonder if this is going to be the starts of a Ron Hextall, Bobby Clark feud in the public eye. Kind of like Jake Paul and Dana White. Rookie class Sorokin for the Islanders. Sorokin for the Isles. Nick Robertson, rookie ovation, premier prospects ovation for the Leafs. Tampa 6-1 over Buffalo. Weber retro for the Habs. You know what? That's a little bit before my time. I may be, on the older side, but I'm not quite that old that I recall if he started fights in his own locker room. Cole Holtz for the Kings. It's possible Cole Holtz until he got a can of Coke. He did. Oh, you're telling me he did. Okay. Well, see, that's different. I wasn't sure that. I thought you were asking. I didn't realize that you were making a statement or, telling me something because I didn't know. I wasn't a Philly fan, so I never really paid attention. Ian Mitchell gold holographics for the Hawks. I was also like an absolute wee tot. A wee tot when Bobby Clark was, getting the first of his teeth knocked out. Velarde for the Kings. Finite. 22.89 out of 29.99. Velarde for the Kings. Oh, you don't lose that many teeth because, you like to hold hands with your teammates and go down to the river. Obviously, he was a menacing, imposing figure. Pierre-Luc Dubois. Blue Dazzler for the Jets. Well, some things I don't think change because he's still obviously looking at that team and he's got a bad temper and a bad taste in his mouth over what Hextall did as the GM. But he probably blamed him for not winning the Stanley Cup for them too. Shea Weber UD exclusive retro number 37 out of 100. 37 out of 100. UD exclusive. Shea Weber for Montreal. Nice little hit there for the Habs. Oh no, I didn't figure that was the case. That, you don't, what is it, the Broadway Bullies? You don't get a nickname like that because, you know, like I said, you're tra-la-la-la-laing down the road with, you know, your buddies holding hands or anything. They were a nasty group of individuals. Bunting Young Gun for Zona. Oh, it wouldn't surprise me. Back in those days, they still smoked in the locker room, though, too. Bunting for Zona. A bottle of Coke. Geez, I'm surprised that they probably didn't have beer bottles in the dressing room, too. But they would be smoking cigarettes in the locker room. Ian Mitchell, retro. Ian Mitchell, retro for the Hawks. Peter Angelo for the Golden Knights, ultimate victory. Aho retro for the Canes. Well, you got to remember that technology wasn't there, right? So they didn't have all the stuff that they have now. So there might have been times where he could have been having a dart and fighting someone. Callum Booth, Young Gun for the Bruins. Hack a dart and get into a scrap and then go back and sit in the penalty box with a nice cold bottle of Coca-Cola. Callum Booth for the Bees. Keandre Miller holographics for the Rangers. Maltsev Young Gun for the Devils. You know, it's not like they had smartphones in their pockets to be able to record those fights. Some of those fights probably happened with no record of them other than 5 minutes in the box on the score sheet. Maltsev. Hey, who knows? Maybe. Sharangovich, rookie class for the Devils. Last pack in box 11. And then we're on to the home stretch. Alexis Lafreniere, ultimate victory for the Rangers. Bobby smoking export planes. With no filter, right? Yep. Wouldn't surprise me. Actually, no, that's probably not true. He's probably quit smoking. I think he had a cancer scare as well too. Okay, last box. Last box in a master mashup. We got a finite Bowen Byram. Bowen Byram finite. 1734 of 29.99. As a former smoker myself, I know that, giving it up is tough, but, I believe he had a little bit of a scare at one point in time. For the Ottawa Senators, clear-cut Matt Murray. My memory isn't perfect, though, and it is possible that I'm wrong, but I think I remember him having a cancer scare, so he probably would have quit smoking. Now, whether or not he's gone to the caffeine-free, sugar-free Diet Coke, I don't know. We got a variant, Pierre-Luc Dubois for the Jets. Wow, what a nice butterfly tattoo he has.
What is a butterfly tattoo?
Pierre-Luc Dubois.
Cool.
Right there on his arm. I didn't notice that before. But I don't think I pulled the card before. For the Jets, Pierre-Luc Dubois. Reese Johnson, young gun for the Hawks. Reese Johnson for the Hawks. Here we're talking about Bobby Clark with no teeth, and then I'm all of a sudden talking about Pierre-Luc Dubois' nice butterfly tattoo. Way to flip the script, buddy. Retro Young Gun, Philip Kurashev for the Hawks. Lots and lots and lots of Hawks. Lots and lots and lots of Hawks. But just because you just because you think they look dumb doesn't mean that that somebody didn't think that it was a good idea. It's all right. You don't have to like everything. Just work on your master set and get your plainclothes mask wearing variants. So I don't think I could ever do a master set. A, I'd probably end up missing all the big cards. B, if I didn't like a part of the set, I'd be like, yeah, forget it. Gibby for the Ducks, Ultimate Victory. Like UD Ovation, for example. I don't like UD Ovation. I'm not saying I do or I don't. Okay? I'm not saying I do or I don't. I'm just saying if it was Ovation, for example. I don't like Ovation, so I'm not going to put that part in my master set. Well, it's not a master set, you dummy. I know. Robertson holographics for the Leafs. But I'm that dummy that I would do that. Be like, I'm doing a master set, less Ovation.
Yeah,
What?
you would totally do that.
You dummy, you can't do a master set without a master set, dummy. Rick the big dummy.
We all love you anyway, baby.
No, nobody loves me. It's alright. Rathbone Young Gun for Vancouver. A little bit of a rough edge there on the bottom for Vancouver. Rathbone for the Nucks. All this Chicago we're pulling is going to you, Jen. If you're still out there watching with you and Reg. If you haven't fallen asleep. Mateus Brome rookie class for the Wings. Playing back at home, overseas in Europe. Liked Mateus. Lots of flash, no finish. Oh, there it is. Can't stand the ovation. Josh Norris for Ottawa. Yeah, see, my idea of a master set is it's a master set. It's one of every card they produced. I don't know. Retro Neon Leon Draisaitl for the Oilers. But see, then that becomes a problem because eventually, like, when do you go... Yeah, like, are you going to go after every high gloss? Are you going to go after every one of one? Like, that... Yeah, you got to kind of put a cap on it. But it's like, I'd be the guy that I'd be like, I don't like ovation. And I only go back to ovation because I actually do like it. I like the textured finish of the card. But I'd be the guy that'd be like, I don't like ovation. So I'm not putting it in my master set.
That's why I prefer to collect players versus sets.
Kevin Ball, Young Gun for the Devils. Yeah, 10 years. 10 years? No. It's going to take more than 10 years.
Well, it depends on how quickly Upper Deck gets stuff out. Because with all the supply chain issues that we've been having.
Yeah.
Especially with, you know, the vaccines on the truck drivers' front.
Oh, I think you got the starts of a nice Hawks or a nice Devils nice Hawks PC here, Jen. I wouldn't give any of that to that Reg guy. He kind of smells like a little bit of a troublemaker. That Reg guy. Sometimes. Noah Dobson for the Oilers or for the Oilers. All right, I'm done. Noah Dobson for the Islanders. Got the Devils and the Hawks and the Islanders and the... No, okay, done. We're almost done here, folks. I'm going to go check myself into the... Shut your mouth off for a couple hours now. Trevor Lewis, French variant for the Jets. Everybody laugh at Rick. Everybody have a good laugh at Rick. Rick's mind is ready for bed. My head's already there on the pillow. My mouth is still here working on getting this break finished for you guys. Eichel ultimate victory for Buffalo. And I'm all right with that. So we're not using the nice warm blanket tonight?
Our new one should be sitting there. It's just a matter of whether the kids left it outside or actually brought it inside.
Alexis Lafreniere, holographics for the Rangers.
If they left it outside, well, maybe, because the new one will be pretty cold.
So I may come to the shop tomorrow with hypothermia. I may be nice and toasty warm. I'm not sure yet. We're kind of a coin flip away from that. Oh, there we go. Eric Stahl suit variant for Buffalo. Man, he's tall. Look, they cut off part of his toe and they cut off part of his hair too.
Yeah, he's tall.
That's the same size as the card right behind it. Damn, Eric Stahl's tall. You probably could have zoomed out a little bit. Suit variant Eric Stahl for Buffalo. Look, they cut off his toes and his head.
Yeah, but you know why they did that?
To make him look shorter?
Well, look at the pictures of Brendan and I at his graduation.
Johnny Hockey retro for the Flames. Well, it's not Brendan's fault that you're vertically challenged.
I'm not vertically challenged.
Well, you're not horizontally challenged, are you? You're not too fat, you're not too thin, you're just about right. You're somewhat in the middle ground there.
Look, our son is a mutant.
He's a big lad. David Pasternak, fine night for the Bruins. 22.85 of 29.99 for the Bees.
Look, my driver's license says I'm 5'8".
I think
Brendan stands head and shoulders above me.
your driver's license lies, I think, because I don't think you're that tall. Pius Suter for Chicago, Blue Dazzler. It's because he's not wearing a mask. Dan says because he wasn't wearing a mask. That's why he looks taller. Ooh, that one's nice and spiffy. That's the purple one. 245 out of 300. Patrick Laine, purple reflections for CBJ.
I'm 5'7".
So you lied to the government and told them you were 5'8"?
No, I just because they actually measured me, and so did the doctor. I'm 170 centimeters, which is 5 feet 6.929 inches.
Yeah, with or without the pickle stabbers?
Without.
That one's not going to go away either anytime soon, the pickle stabbers. Connor Mackey, young gun for the Flames. We got 2 packs left in break 419. And the Marathon Master will be completed. Retro Robertson for the Leafs. If he was wearing a mask, they would have been able to just do a close-up. Yes, that's true. Nick Robertson for the Leafs. Retro. Last pack, everyone. And we will say goodnight.
Go home and put our children to bed.
Alexander Barbanoff, ultimate victory for the Leafs to close it out. There you have it. 12 boxes.
Or if we're really lucky, he already went to bed.
12 boxes of extended again. So I will say thank you. Thank you for the fill, everyone. Thank you for having us in your homes tonight to break 12 boxes of this Upper Deck product with you. We will be back probably for Series 1. I'm thinking that's what we're going to be. It's over. It's over. It's over. It's done. 12 boxes. It's done.
In under 3 hours, not bad.
And we did it in under 3 hours. So it's over. Have a great night, everyone. We'll probably be back in a couple of weeks with some Series 1. Keep an eye on the break page.
Unless you want to run some 2 boxes of extended.
Keep an eye on the breaks page looking for that Series 1 stuff as we start getting a little bit closer to that date. And we will hopefully be back in just a couple of weeks with some more stuff to break. Unless I decide to post some of this Panini baseball I've got. I don't know. I'll figure it out and get back to you. All right, folks, everyone, thank you very much. Have a good night, and we will be back again.